Another episode of In the Kitchen with Courtney. I'm your host, Courtney, and tonight we will be making spicy beef ramen. Very budget friendly, very filling, something different, and it's a new spin on those ramen noodles. So the recipe you'll find is streamchannel7.tv. Is for 2 servings, but I'm feeding a family of 4 tonight, so I'm doubling everything. So first we're gonna start with grounding our 2 pounds of ground beef. Now I season this. Um, Feel free to season it the way you like to season it. If you want to omit the seasoning, you don't have to season it, but I'm black and we always season our ground beef regardless of what we're cooking. So we're gonna go ahead and let that start to brown in the skillet. And I'm going to go over the rest of the ingredients. Most of these items you should already have in your refrigerator. If not, you probably will have to buy, some fresh red bell peppers. For the recipe on Stream Channel 7.tv is half a bell pepper, but since I'm doubling the recipe, I just use one whole bell pepper. 2 bunches of chopped onions. This is to garnish later. Peanut butter for the recipe on Stream Channel 7.tv is 3 tablespoons, but once again, I doubled it for this recipe. Sriracha, a little bit goes a long way. We have our soy sauce. I'm using ginger paste, but you can use ground ginger or fresh chopped ginger. And of course, our garlic. Oh, and in replacement of hoisin sauce, I'm using teriyaki. So, ground beef is starting to brown. We're going to go ahead and get that all browned up, and then we're going to add our bell peppers. So, if your family is anything like my family, we just do not make ramen noodles the regular way. Now, we may make them the regular way when someone's sick. That's like our chicken noodle soup. But my mom, she will really get fancy with it. So she'll chop up some magnolia sausages. She'll throw in some fresh chopped onions. One time she actually put in some ground beef. You know, sometimes you gotta make those meals really stretch. And so, guys, I'm using actual ramen noodles from the grocery store. They have went up some. They were like 22 cents a pack. I think it's probably cheaper just to buy the case. But you're gonna use the noodles. You're not gonna use the seasoning. So you can keep it for later, depending on what kind of what kind of flavor you buy, or you can just trash them because we're gonna use all of this is gonna be our flavor, and plus we season our ground beef. So this is what 2 pounds looks like, guys, of ground beef, and this is because I'm feeding a family of 4, and I'm using 8 packs of noodles. I'm thinking for the recipe on Stream Channel 7.tv. It could be 3 servings or 4 smaller servings, depending on your family size and how old they are. But my people like to eat, and I like to get them full. So we are going to let this continue to brown. We're not gonna put our noodles on just yet because we don't want them to overcook. We want them to just kind of loosen up and kind of have like a 3C whirly wave to it. So like a slight curl, because we're gonna add them into the beef and sauce mixture, and they're gonna continue to cook. And you still want your noodles to be a little springy. So on the recipe, I say you can use lean meat, lean beef, or 80/20. But to be honest, you can use turkey, you can use pork, you can use chicken, or you can omit the meat altogether and just go all the way with like a stir fry vegetable setup. So once again, I'm just giving you the foundation. You get to design and build your own house. It's getting there, guys. And I brought that up because I use half lean and half 80/20. That's why you don't see as much fat. So when it comes time for you to actually, like, before you add your bell peppers, if you're using the 80/20 mix or if you're using a fattier meat like a pork, you may have to drain it some because you don't want all that fat to be just sitting there when you're adding the sauce. But this one, it doesn't have much fat. So after I get this good and brown, I'm gonna go ahead and add those red bell peppers. And that's a whole bell pepper chopped up. You know what this dish reminds me of? It reminds me of that Beijing beef from Panda Express, but more budget friendly and more flavorful. Because when you're cooking at home, you get to add what you like. Okay, that is still browning. I'm gonna turn my eye up just a little bit. You want to make sure everything is getting brown. So this is like a little labor of love. So make sure you break down your beef and don't use too small of a skillet because you want all your meat to be able to cook evenly and at the same time. Okay. Still a little too. Let me get that over there. Okay. So this meat has already been seasoned. I use garlic powder and a little Old Bay, just seasons I like. So feel free to use the type of seasons you like. And it's just gonna add that extra flavor. Cause you know we love our flavor. Okay. Now that's looking good. I want to break down these big old pieces. So I feel like this is a fancier upscale version of a poor folks meal. Like you're still using ground beef, you're using noodles, but just adding like fresh vegetables and a different type of seasoning or a different type of sauce to it just elevates it to the next level. So if you're anything like me, you grew up on spaghetti, especially when it was in between those pay periods. And my mom would throw in bell peppers, onions. She would throw in um, ground beef or magnolia sausages, and that was the meal. It was something hearty and it sticks to you. This is a little on the lighter side because we don't have one of those thick, rich tomato sauces, and the noodles are not as, I guess, thick as spaghetti pasta is. But it's still, a filling meal, something different, and just something just to get you out of your routine. Because if you're anything like my family, Tuesdays is Taco Tuesdays normally. We're going to eat hamburgers every other week, and the kids may convince me to get a pizza on Friday. But so you want to like spice it up some. So while that is cooking, we're going to go ahead and just put this top on it. We want those bell peppers to get a little soft. And we're going to go ahead and start mixing up for our sauce that we're going to add into here. So I'm going to go ahead and add this peanut butter. Now, if you have peanut allergies, don't use peanut butter. Find something else. Um, you can use a different nut butter if you don't have those type of nut allergies, but I will have to find a good substitute for what the peanut butter does for the sauce for you, but don't use it. Please don't. Okay. Want to get all of that creamy. Set that to the side. We're going to go ahead and add our garlic. And now I'm doing the 4-serving recipe, so I'm adding double the amounts. Okay. Sit that to the side. And we had, turn that down some. Our garlic, once again, you can use, not garlic, ginger. You can use ginger, ground ginger, fresh chopped ginger. I still have some paste left, so we're going to use it until it's gone. We did, I think it was a tablespoon, soy sauce. And guys, there's always an option for you guys to get a low sodium soy sauce if you are trying to watch your salt intake. And do 4 tablespoons of the teriyaki. Once again, this is a replacement or the hoisin sauce. Surprisingly, I could not find it at Walmart. So I just ended up getting a very affordable teriyaki mix. So that was 4. I'm going to go ahead and mix this together first, and then we're going to add our sriracha. We're starting off with half a teaspoon at a time because this stuff will sneak up on you. So, should have got a bigger bowl. So if you're doing this at home, don't be like me. Get you a bigger bowl. And where is my spoon? Go ahead and try this. Oh, okay. I see what it's doing. Let's go in. I'm going to go ahead and start off with 1 teaspoon of sriracha because that peanut butter will cut that sweetness. And it all works together, guys. I wonder if the hoisin would have been a different flavor than this teriyaki. But Google said it was a great substitute. So, another spoon. Okay, that was with 1 teaspoon sriracha. Oh, and that's enough. Yeah, that's enough. So, those of you at home, start off with 1/2 teaspoon of sriracha. Don't go big and bad. Like, oh, I can handle the heat because, yeah. So, these bell peppers have gotten a little tender. We're going to keep, you see this? We're going to keep this. It's not too fatty, so we're going to keep that. And the green onions are for later. We're going to garnish with the green onions. So we added our soy sauce, our teriyaki sauce, which is a substitute for the hoisin. We got happy and we added a teaspoon of sriracha. Guys, please start off with a little. Our garlic paste, not garlic paste, ginger paste, and our minced garlic. And of course, our peanut butter. So before I add the mixture to the ground beef, I'm going to add our ramen to the water for about 2 minutes top. We don't want it to cook. We want them to just loosen up and kind of keep this curl. And I did season my water with a little salt. I didn't add olive oil. Since it's not a pasta, they won't cling together. And I'm going to turn my eye down and I'm going to go ahead and add this mixture. Set that to the side. Okay, let's go ahead and get everything coated. See, the peanut butter kind of gives it that creaminess, kind of make it into a full-on sauce. You can always taste the flavors just to make sure it doesn't taste too peanut buttery for your liking. It's looking a little bit like Rotel right now. But it smells delicious. Okay. Okay, so I get some new spoon and just to taste that mixture while we wait on the noodles. Taste a little with the beef. Okay. See? Adding it with the ground beef, you don't get that kick. Like when I just took the a taste of the sauce after I added sriracha, it's not as strong anymore. So I may add some more. I probably shouldn't, but I may add some more. So we're gonna turn this down on low. We want it to not overcook or dry out. I feel like it's missing something. I'm gonna add some more ginger. So I'm adding another teaspoon of ginger. So I'm at 3. And I would say, guys, like the recipe is just your base, like your foundation. You go back in and you tweak it. You do what works for you. Always start off, like if you don't like sriracha or if you are not a fan of I guess, garlic, which I don't know why. Start off with a little. See how you like it in the dish. And if you don't add any more. But yeah, I think that is working. And go ahead and check on these noodles. Okay, this is where we want them to be. So we're gonna go to a quick break. When I come back, we're gonna show you the finished product with the noodles and the beef topped with our freshly chopped green onions all together.
Hi, Beauties and Babes. It's Lonnie Noel.
Beauty Tutorials Unveiled.
We'll be talking about how to master the soft glam.
For the looks that are easier said than done. Watch live and you could be invited on the show to get live feedback on where you go wrong.
If you're anything like me, it is a struggle.
Don't miss Beauty Tutorials Unveiled. Watch live on YouTube. Wednesdays, 9/8 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
What got me is like there and was like, "There's a rat in here. It's you." The acting, but you know what? I know people like that in real life.
What's the word with Kay Hicks?
We've got trivia, special guests, and whiskey.
Pour a glass of whatever you're drinking and buckle up.
What's the word?
What's the word with Kay Hicks? Watch live on YouTube. Wednesdays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
It's a strong indication that your partner has issues with commitment, period.
When you've got questions, she's got the answers.
We do have a caller.
But what she says might not be what you want to hear.
The solution to that is Gullah Jack. Gullah Jack tells you plain and simply to just nut the up.
Queenie Unfiltered. Watch live on YouTube and you could be invited on the show. Wednesdays at 10/9 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground out of your flat rank, get down! Show me your hands! Now!
Lyrical Pursuit. Teams will compete, but there can be only one winner. In the game that tests music lovers on how well they know the exact lyrics to some of the most popular songs. Watch live and you can be invited to play around live on Channel 7. Lyrical Pursuit. Mondays at 9/8 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
Hey, I'm DC Paul, and this is Can You Sing?
We know you think you can sing, but can you sing?
How long have you been thinking you can sing?
Get voted in to compete for prize money. Can you sing? Watch live on YouTube. Mondays, 9:30, 8:30 Central on Channel 7. Believe the hype.
America, land of the free. It's at the core of who we are. Freedom. The freedom to live without fear, to drive through all 50 states, to sleep safely in our own beds, the freedom to jog where we please, to watch birds in the park, to wear a hoodie, the freedom to breathe. Before we celebrate the freedom most Americans have, we must fight for the freedom all Americans deserve. Because no matter your religion, gender, disability, age, race, all lives can't matter until Black Lives Matter.
The
There was a time in my life where I was extremely homesick. I decided that I needed a pet. When I first saw a turtle, my heart was full. He jumped up and kissed me and jumped right into my arms. I immediately went up to the volunteers at the shelter and said, I want him. He's got to come home with me. Now anything but lonely. Every day with Turtle is a perfect day and keeps me company when I'm doing schoolwork. I like it when he jumps up on the table too. He is a veggie thief. He's an incredible companion and my best friend. Can't say that I've met anybody that doesn't love him too. When I adopted Turtle, I discovered all the things that make him unique. He's a little bit of a lot of things, but mostly he's all pure love.
Okay, guys, so we are finished. This was less than 20 minutes from start to finish, and we have our spicy ramen noodles. Now, the green onions are optional, but it brings in that extra layer of freshness. You just add that on top right after. I stuck with 1 teaspoon of sriracha, but for anybody, you can always go back and add more if you love the heat. So like I said, I doubled the recipe that you will find on streamchannel7.tv, and we're feeding a family of 4, maybe 5, or just lunch tomorrow for me. So this is a meal for a family of 4, a good filling meal, under $12. So make sure you guys tune in next Tuesday night when we have a new dish that's budget friendly just for you. Bye.